And here we are at Live Out Loud podcast.
We're on?
We are on.
We're on.
We are back. It's a Saturday morning, so I'm hoping that more people are going to join us today, but we want to certainly welcome everybody who's our regular listeners and new listeners. And share this. Make sure you're sharing this with your friends out there. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we got Smurf over in the control room. She's not in the same room with us today, but she is running from the control room. There we go.
Oh, is she there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm here for you, Gary.
Yeah, well, she broke the computer in here because, you know, she was playing Candy Crush too much.
I was smurfing around.
You were
Smurfing around.
Smurfing around. All right. So, anyway, welcome, everybody, Live Out Loud podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about Saturday morning cartoons because today is a Saturday morning.
You know what I always wanted to do, though?
What's that?
Before we even start that.
Before we start.
Okay, do you ever see, like in the talk shows, Tonight Show, you know, when they have a guest come out, first thing they say is, hey, how are you? How have you been? As if they didn't see them backstage before the show started.
Yeah.
So, hi, Scott.
Hi, Gary. How are you? How have you been?
I haven't seen you in 25 seconds before we started the show. And
we got a studio audience, too. Where are you from? No, I mean, we can do the whole thing if we want.
Right, we can say, where are you from? And say, me too. Where are you from? Yeah, me too. Okay.
All right, before we go too far, you know, we went through a lot last week. We weren't on because we were preparing for Dorian, the hurricane, which actually never hit South Florida. I know in my house, and I'm just outside of Fort Lauderdale.
Didn't hit Alabama either.
No.
Just wanted to throw that out.
Sharpie Gate.
Oh, boy.
But no, in my house we had periods of a little bit of rain and just a touch of wind, but really not much else going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But Bahamas. How incredible is that? That it just stayed over the Bahamas.
Hey, listen, I got to tell you, I went to the Bahamas one time. I didn't want to leave either. I mean, what a great place it is.
Oh,
Dorian got there and said, this is freaking beautiful. I'm not going anywhere.
They said, Florida? No, forget it. I'm not going there.
I mean, they got sunshine. They got casinos. If you walk around the Bahamas, I was walking around the Bahamas. I was in Grand Bahama Island and came across the nicest drug dealer ever. The guy was so polite and nice. And I didn't want to buy drugs from him, but he gave me directions anyway, and he was super nice.
Right.
And it's like, this is a guy I want to hang out with.
And you tipped him, right?
No. I think he's doing okay.
Well, I'm sure he is, and I'm sure he's walking around with your wallet right now.
He's like, you want to buy some ganja? No.
Yeah, you know.
I had ganja once. Penicillin cleared it right up, though. It's all good.
Oh, good. Good. I shook your hand.
No, the guy was nice. That's okay. I licked all the doorknobs. No, the guy was super nice and stuff. You know, he showed me where, you know, best places to eat and all this stuff. There was something called a Goomba Festival going on.
Right.
I might be saying it wrong. Goomba Festival sounds like something in New York. But
Goomba. Yeah.
No, it was Goomba. They had a woman dancing in a bikini with a snake. And, like, guys twirling fire and all. I mean, it was crazy. It was a cool place. I didn't want to leave. So I get it, Dorian, and I know why you stuck around.
Well,
but
okay.
Don't eat the fish on the stick. I went to this street vendor. I got fish on a stick, and that's exactly what you think. They took a stick, put it up a fish's ass, and put it over fire. They didn't clean it or do anything.
And you bought one of these?
And I bought one of these, and I ate it. I said, you know, went in the islands. I came home, and I had salmonella.
Okay. Well, when you see a fish on a stick,
yeah,
chances are, you don't want to get it unless it's cleaned and.
Yeah. It was not. I was on a honeymoon with my first wife, and I.
Well, you know, we got a fortune cookie last night that said common sense is not common.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. And by the way, ignorance is only blissful for the ignorant. Let me just throw that in there, too. All right. So anyway, I know that I know a lot of people up in the Carolinas, Virginia, and stuff like that are running across problems.
Yeah.
with the hurricane. So, certainly our thoughts and prayers go out to them as well. And now it's going to go up. It's going to hit Canada. Dorian travels more than I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to Canada now.
Just all through the East Coast.
Yeah.
All through the East Coast, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she went
up
down.
the side.
Little time in the Bahamas, little time on the Florida coast. Stopped up in the mountains, up in Carolinas and Virginia, and
Just
now
think of the miles she's raking up.
I'm telling you, frequent hurricane miles are really
Frequent hurricane miles. Just
Yeah.
pop that one out. That's great.
Yeah, now they're passing. Now they're watching another system that's coming like off the Africa coast now. So it's still got weeks before, or a week or two before we know what it's going to do. But
Oh, well, we should go to London.
do you have your hurricane supplies?
I have my hurricane supplies. Of course, I live in Century Village, so I'm not allowed to put hurricane shutters on my window, or I can't put boards up them. I think I can get hurricane shutters, some kind of inside the window frame, certain color of white, has to have a certain kind of lock on it.
God, that's so specific.
Well, let's talk about specifics, okay?
Yeah.
Like I said, Century Village. But we have food. We've got tons of water.
Wait. So the homeowners association, or whatever the hell it is dictating the kind of hurricane shutters you have to use.
Exactly.
So
Because
I
they
guess
don't want holes in the building.
putting up plywood.
Yeah, you can't put up plywood.
Now there is a house in my neighborhood that put plywood up, and
Right.
they number their plywood. Okay,
So smart.
they have 4 windows. And they number them 1, 2, 3. Guess what? They're all the same size window.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so smart.
This poor anal retentive son of a bitch. I mean, think about it. He's got to can't put it over there because that's 1. It's got to go over in the 1 spot, and the 2, and the.
This is the kind of guy that numbers his breakfast. Okay, boxes, bowl first, number 1. Cereal box, number 2. Milk, number 3. Spoon, number 4.
Yeah. Oh, we got a lot of people watching. Hey, Shelby's out there.
Shelby.
Our Shelby is out there. Hello, Shelby. Shelby actually sat in on a show one time when you were out of town.
That's right. Hi, Shelby.
We did a whole show about shopping, and she insulted me like a pro.
But
I mean, she was good.
was
she
so good.
she did do good.
I went home and
she
cried.
did a great job.
I went home and cried, but I was okay. Who else we got here?
Well, we got Steve Gordon. We got Jimmy. Jimmy, once again, Robinette is incredible singer.
We got Brian. We got Rob Weaver out there. Bill McClenton, my friend Bill up in New York, says he's on the road. He's not going to be able to watch very long, but...
It's all right. We'll describe what we're doing. You just keep your eye on the road. Scott right now is moving a pen up and down in his hand.
Hold
He's
the
got
car-
his
Normal.
other hand on the desk. And
Hold the car over. You know what? Watch it while you're driving.
Nope.
common sense is not always common.
When we were friends as kids, he said he was going to to put me in his will. So if I'm still there, watch it while you're driving. If
Well-
I'm not, then be safe.
Well, will he? Jerry is watching from California. Dan is watching from Canada.
Haha. Doc,
Karen?
Dorian's coming.
Yeah, Dorian's coming. You better stop watching him.
Yes.
Watch the recording later. Karen is on. Karen is watching us. Let's tell everybody about Karen.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Thanks for the segue, Karen.
All right. Karen is watching. One of the reasons we do this, in fact, the main reason we do this is because we want to encourage everybody to live a full life, clean and sober.
Clean and sober.
Now, obviously, we've got listeners out there, people out there who don't have problems with alcohol and drugs, and we're certainly glad you guys are with us and stuff. But there's a great many people out there who suffer from addiction, suffer from alcoholism, suffer from a lifestyle that does not serve you in the long run. We want you guys, the long run, by the way. So we want you guys to find the help that you need. Change can happen. change can happen. So one of the things we have in place is certainly we work with ARIA Treatment Center up in West Palm Beach, which is a great treatment center. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's a huge 8-acre campus. It's a campus.
Yeah.
Gary and I spend a lot of time there, so we'll be there to help you out if that's the place you want to go. There's also other solutions. Maybe there's some other options for you out there if you need help. The best thing to do is to find out what you need by calling Karen. Karen is our addiction specialist. 786-514-0893. That's 786-514-0893. Call Karen and, talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Maybe there's somebody you're concerned about, too. Maybe it's not you, right, Gary?
If it's not you, you're not ratting on anybody. You're not... basically, if you call Karen and you're trying to find some help for somebody who has an addiction and just will not admit it or just doesn't see it, you're not ratting on them. You're probably saving their lives.
Yeah, so don't delay, folks. It does not hurt to ask questions. It does not hurt to get the information, but it can hurt if you just remain silent.
Yeah.
It can hurt badly. So 786-514-0893. Call Karen. Tell her that Live Out Loud podcast sent you.
Yeah, and people do change. I mean, we see it every day.
Excellent.
You're looking at change right now.
All right. By the way, old friend Danny Dillo joined us. Danny used to work with him down here in Florida. He's up in somewhere else now. he's up in somewhere else. He's been there forever time, man. I'm telling you. All right. So
my sister Susan is on.
What's that?
It's a throwback episode.
Throwback, ever time.
Every time.
Who's on? Your sister?
My sister is on. Dana from Stitch in Heaven. Hello to all the Stitch in Heaven ladies.
Does your sister look like you? Just with longer hair?
Actually, her hair isn't much longer than mine, but no, she doesn't. We don't really look alike.
Good for her.
Good for her. Yeah, I hear you. Good for her.
Dodged a bullet.
I didn't want to go there, and I started it, so I had to keep it going. All right.
That's all right.
What's her name?
Susan.
Susan. Glad to have you on board here. All of you out there listening.
Can they call in today?
They can call in, and I was just about to give that number.
Oh, yeah?
Another great segue.
But before I give that number, I've got to tell you, I came across something in Fort Lauderdale 2 weeks ago, and I've had to hold on to it for 2 weeks because we haven't had a chance to do a show. A tattoo place. I'm getting a new tattoo.
Yes. I know about this, but let's tell the world.
I'm getting a new tattoo, and I got to tell you, I walked into a couple of tattoo places, and I was not thrilled. And I wasn't thrilled because it was very, very snooty, very, we don't have time to talk to you kind of thing. You know, we're cool. We're cool.
Tattoo place was snooty?
They were too cool to talk to me because, look at me. I look like freaking Mr. Rogers, right? I mean, I came in. I was wearing.
You have this great tattoo of John Lennon on your forearm.
I know, but they didn't see that. They saw a guy in like a polo shirt and a pair of shorts and some Docker shoes, and
Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there are times where you can look like a dork.
But then I walked into one place, and this woman jumped right up out of her chair, came up, talked to Therese, made us both feel comfortable and welcome. Her name is Jess XXX. She was on the first season of Best Inc.
Oh, okay.
And she's got a great shop right there in Fort Lauderdale. It's called Monster Inc. Look it up. Monster Inc. The place is cool. It's eclectic. It's kind of spooky in some ways. But Jess and her husband, or her fiance, Turtle, have this place. Yeah, Turtle.
Okay.
Turtle.
Yeah, I know. I want a cool name like that. I'm going with Squirrel. What do you think?
Your beard.
Well, let me ask you something. How long does Turtle take to do a tattoo?
It takes a long time.
That sounds
slow and steady
painful.
wins the race,
But, in moments, she had an idea about what I wanted. We started talking. Every time I tattoo, it's an original design. It's something that I create in my head, and then they help me put it together, like the John Lennon is original and stuff. So they designed this great tattoo. I'm going to be going in there, and actually, I'm going to have Smurf come, and we're going to film part of it.
Oh, that's new to me. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
We're gonna.
that sounds
you.
really disgusting.
We're gonna film part of it. It's gonna be on my ass. So no, I'm kidding.
If I film it, you have to pay for my tattoo.
What tattoo would you get? Papa Smurf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my booty cheeks.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I just
Go ahead.
interrupt you for a second. Susan texted in. She says, "I'm prettier."
Oh. Well, you would almost have to be, wouldn't you? Gary,
Wow.
I love you, brother. You are my best friend and just a great guy, but I've never looked at you and said pretty.
You're a 2 out of 10, buddy.
That's a good thing. It's not what
Which
guys
is
do.
a very good thing, yeah.
You know what? You know, I'm a guy. I don't want somebody to go, oh, you're so pretty. I don't want that. I want, hey, you're handsome.
Manly.
Manly. You are.
like it too.
You are suave and debonair.
Oh, my God.
Debonered.
Debonair. Oh, my
Oh,
God. Get
okay.
over yourself,
Whoops.
Smurf. She's blowing a
Debonered.
gasket.
Isn't
in the
that
other
like an ED problem?
room. Could be. Oh, my goodness. Our friend Jensen is watching.
Jensen, okay.
Oh, we miss you, Jensen. Hope you're doing well.
Joanne says hello from Gillespie's fan. Your long run tribute band is awesome. Who's playing tonight? We're playing tonight in Wellington.
That's right. Beef Wellington, right?
Beef Wellington.
That's what I'm having for dinner.
Risotto.
You're going to play
Wellington.
in my bowl.
Wellington Amphitheater, folks. Bring the beef.
Bring the beef. Okay. Is that an outdoor thing?
It's an outdoor thing.
Okay. Rain or shine?
No. But it shouldn't
Just
rain.
rain.
It's not supposed to rain.
It's not,
Yeah, we
it's not
only-
supposed
we
to.
can only-
It's
yeah, we can
Florida.
only
There's no
play in
such thing
rain.
as not supposed to rain.
Yeah, right.
Actually, there might be a little rain, but it's supposed to be just spotty. So even if it does, then it's probably only going to last a few minutes. But yeah, check it out. Unfortunately, I've got something I got to do tonight. I really wanted to come out to Wellington tonight, but I got something I got to do later today.
Wellington for you is across the continent.
It really is.
I mean, it is far. I don't.
but that's
blame
where I
you.
work. I gotta drive that far for work.
You have to drive farther from work for work.
Wow.
Oh, it's
You
not
have
as
to
far
drive
as my
even
office.
farther. No, it's not.
Wow.
But that's pretty far.
Yeah. Well, I'm just batshit crazy because.
You know what it is? It probably takes about as long as it takes me to get to the office.
All right. So anyway, tonight, what time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. The Long Run, which is band you've been with for how long?
Eagles Tribute, 9 years.
9 years. 9 years. And Gary does this set where it's a full 30 minutes of just Hotel California. You know, ask for it when you get there.
Yeah, we do it very slow. It's like a record on 16.
Yeah, it's Cool Whip in your hair, right? So yeah, so check it out tonight. And also, now you just played there the other night with
Wolfpack.
With Wolfpack.
Yeah, 2 nights ago, yeah.
So nice venue. You like it?
Great venue. Great people.
How was your crowd? Because it was a Thursday night, so it's kind of an odd night.
It
Right?
was they were spread out a little bit. It wasn't as packed as it gets on a weekend night, but it was a good crowd.
So make sure
Very
you check out,
appreciative.
if you want to see Gary perform, Wolfpack band and The Long Run, 2 different bands that he plays in. Wolfpack, a lot more like Steely Dan, Chicago, a little
Paul McCartney and Wings.
Paul McCartney Wings, kind of that late 70s nice music, adult contemporary music, I
They
would
call it yacht rock.
Oh, that's right, Yacht Rock. I keep
Yacht rock.
forgetting.
What's canoe rock? Is that just campfire songs?
Canoe Rock is
Punk.
for Canoe Rock is for the poor people.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's a Tiny Tim.
Canoe rock is depressing music.
Yes.
Wow.
But check out the go on Facebook. You have Wolfpack or look up Long Run and find out when they're playing. But I encourage you, if you haven't seen Gary play, it's one of my favorite things to do is go out and see Gary embarrass himself on stage. And
With Hotel California, right.
no, you do well. You rarely fall off chairs and tables, but it has happened.
It has happened. It has happened.
I keep showing up waiting for a moment. You never do it when I'm there because I would be so supportive. Yay!
Supportive means to hold me up there, not to just
Push.
He's the one that- yeah.
not to push. Right.
The one that-
Stand on my table, Gary. Oh, there you go. All right.
I could see.
So, yeah, if you're looking for something to do tonight, that sounds like a great idea. Again, check out our friends at Monster Inc. And listen, Halloween's coming, so don't forget to check out our friends at Crazy About Costumes.
That's right.
Every year, this is really, you're always trying to figure out, it's like, what kind of costume can I do or something? Hey, do something good this year. Get a professional costume. Like
Professional.
These are professional. I went
costumes,
in
yeah.
there and visited, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
They've got an Iron Man suit. Did you see this thing yet?
No, but I know their costumes. They're all
This is metal.
thick cloth when they have to make a real costume. Yeah, it's metal.
It's metal.
Yeah.
I want this thing so bad. I want to wear this thing so bad. And I said, for Halloween, I want to wear this. But we do this thing at my house. And we do and so this year it's Alice in Wonderland.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to be,
Mad Hatter.
Yeah, Mad Hatter. Johnny Depp version, Mad Hatter. And then we project the movie on the side of the house so the kids can sit and watch the movie. I'm going to have a beard. So what? I'll dye it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm not allowed to shave it.
That'll look really authentic.
Well,
You should be the rabbit.
it's a cartoon character.
Yes. No, the rabbit would be
You
great.
should be the rabbit. I
no.
would love to see you in a little white bunny
I
costume.
already decided.
You can change. We still got a month.
No.
Well,
And that takes care of that.
The only change I wanted to make was I wanted to be Iron Man instead. And I thought, is there a way to work Iron Man into the Alice in Wonderland story?
Oh, well, I guess you can't change
You
the
can be a
theme to Iron Man.
Yeah, but then
And
it's
show
like,
the Iron Man movie on the side.
well,
of the
Teresa's then what am I going to be? And I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to be Iron Man.
house. His secretary, Tony Stark's
I think her name was
secretary,
Penny.
right?
Potts, Mrs. Potts. No, wait. Yeah.
Mrs.
Penny?
Potts is from.
No, her name is Potts, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was Penny Pots.
Penny Potts?
Yeah, I think
It's
I'm
a
looking that up.
cartoon. Yeah,
There's
it,
an
it was
alliteration.
originally
That's
a comic
what
book. Penny Potts, I can believe.
I believe that. 100%.
Lois Lane, Penny Potts, Peter Parker. they all start with the same
Bruce Wayne,
first
oh, wait.
letter.
All right.
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. Yes, both start with K. All right. So anyway, today we're talking about Saturday morning cartoons because it is a Saturday.
Right. The number. We didn't give the number.
Oh, the
yet.
number. If you want to call in
Call us.
and talk about your favorite Saturday morning cartoon or anything that's on your mind. You want to talk about addiction? We can talk about addiction. You want to talk about the hurricane? We can talk about the hurricane. You want to talk about me? It's a hobby
Please
of mine.
do.
We'll do that.
Please do.
954-210-5413. That number again, 954-210-5413. Give us a call. You can go live on LOL Podcast with us.
That's right. And you will be heard by tens of people.
That's right. That's right. And if you are in the witness protection program, call anyway.
Yeah.
I love outing witness protection people.
Use an assumed name.
Yeah, Judy Finkel.
Yeah, that's right.
Just go with Judy Finkel.
Judy Finkel.
If you had to pick what you think is the number one Saturday morning cartoon of all time,
Oh, well, I would say the longest
rated
lasting-
number one by all sorts of people.
I would say the longest running Saturday morning cartoon was the Looney Tunes. Curtain up, light the lights.
Looney
This
Tunes.
is it. They hit the heights.
Looney Tunes
And
comes in number
what
2.
heights we hit. On with the show.
This is it.
Okay.
That's all, folks.
Okay.
That
I
was
used to watch
Jim.
Kirby.
That was Jim that just passed by.
The
I don't
number
think they
2.
saw him.
That was number 2.
But that was number 2.
It's number 2
one.
all time.
Number 1.
All time greatest Saturday morning cartoon. Now, Saturday morning cartoons, for those people who are listening and say, what is that? That was before cable. That was when we had choices ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS. Fox didn't exist or any of those things.
That's right. Isn't it incredible how he researches these things? Don't tell me it was Fat Albert.
No. Fat Albert on the list, but that is way down on the list. That is number 9.
Oh. Must
That
have
is
been the
number
Roofies.
9. The number 1, and I'm going to argue. Smurf, you got a shot at number 1 over there?
I really don't, because this was probably all before my time anyway. So
Yeah.
I only had Fox. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
watching
so you never
Kirby
had
and
it.
Sonic.
Can I get one more guess?
Go ahead, one more.
Scooby-Doo.
Number 1.
Oh.
Scooby-Doo!
Score. Shows you my intelligence.
And then they jumped the shark and brought in Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah, right.
All
I'm
right.
the Scrappy-Doo equivalent to LOL podcast.
We do have a caller. We're going to put him on the air.
Terry.
Smurf, are we ready
Terry
for this
is
caller?
here, so I bet
Go
you
for
it's
it,
Terry.
Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Well, hello.
Hello. Who are we speaking
Do
with?
you recognize this song?
Oh, they're playing
I
Hotel
do.
California.
Thank you. Let's move on now.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa.
Hi, guys.
Alexa, start
what's the
again.
weather?
How are are you guys? It's Terry.
Terry, we're
Yes,
great.
I guessed it before he answered. I saw you
Yeah,
on. I saw that
probably.
you were on, and the show couldn't go on without,
We had to have
I like the
Terry.
way you sang that. Go on with the show. This is it. I can remember that one.
Yes.
I love. And they were like doing it with the canes and the hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Donald Duck? Not Donald Duck, of
Daffy.
course. Not. Daffy Duck and Bugs.
Yeah. Elmer Fudd. Foghorn Leghorn, was he part of that?
Foghorn Leghorn.
What's that?
Foghorn. I said Foghorn Leghorn. Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you, boy.
I say, boy.
I said, boy, go away. You're bothering me.
That's very
I love the
good.
part where the dog is on the chain, and he picks the dog's butt up with his hand, with his picks the dog up by the tail and whacks him with a 2x4, and then runs.
And then runs
and then
in
the
the
dog
dog
gets to the
chain.
end
Yeah.
of the chain.
That's why they don't show those cartoons anymore, because they're not politically
know.
correct. I think that sucks.
There are places you can go to pay to have that done, by the way. Get smacked with a 2x4 on the ass. And then
While you're chained up.
while
with
you're
a
chained up.
spiked collar.
Yeah, we don't
God.
we don't talk about those places.
God, tattoos bad enough. Let's not bring it up another level.
No,
How's a
tattoos are
tattoo?
good.
Tattoos are
No,
awesome.
they're not.
Why? It's art for the poor person.
Well,
bullshit.
well, then I must really
Who's
be poor,
art?
'cause I don't have any. My daughter, Taylor, I used to sing "You Are My Sunshine" to her all the time, and I love sunflower seeds. So she got a sunflower with a very long stem, and she had me write "You Are My Sunshine, Love Mom," and she got it tattooed. It looks just like my handwriting.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
People
I
had
thought
Paul
that
McCartney sign their arms, and then they would tattoo above his autograph.
That is awesome.
Oh,
That is awesome.
I wish I could have met
would love
Johnny
to do
Depp
that.
when Gary was playing with him on stage. Oh, I would have loved that.
Yeah, well,
That was a
the
thing?
restraining order stops that from happening anymore.
Yeah,
but
I know. I got to stay away from him.
Terry, what are you going to do this weekend?
Not buy new generators, that's for sure. I dropped $1,000 on a generator.
But you have it.
You
right?
have it.
Yes, I have it. I want to ask you about, again, for the cartoons, what was the name of that little Martian that was always going to blow up the Earth?
Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian.
I
with
could
this-
not remember that.
EM2C square space modulator.
It is the space modulator.
I can't do
Sorry,
that voice
Earthling,
anymore.
I
used to
have
be
to
able
zap you.
Do you remember the one with Bugs Bunny, and he went to the haunted house, and there was like a Dracula sort of deal, and as he was walking, bouncing, dancing, he was singing abracadabra, blah, blah, blah. And every time he did, the vampire would turn into a little bat.
Yes, I remember
He was
that.
holding up a big stone one time, and he said abracadabra, and he turned into a bat, and the stone crushed him.
Yes. Yes, I remember that.
You don't remember that one, Gary?
There's a lot of that earlier time in my life that I don't remember.
But my favorite,
well-
my all-time favorite still has to be I will hug him and pet him and keep him and squeeze him. And,
Oh my God!
remember that?
I will name him
George.
I will call him George.
George.
Because he was talking to George.
That's right.
I will call him
Okay,
George.
how about the kangaroo that kept beating up Sylvester? Was that Sylvester he beat up all the time? He thought it was a giant mouse.
Yeah.
I
don't remember that.
Who thought this stuff up? It was fantastic.
It was before crazy people like us had podcasts. They had to do something.
I love your podcast. Are you kidding me? I missed you for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Nobody to make me laugh.
We are back. What do you think of the new time? Do you like the Saturday morning thing?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, because a lot of
Seems like a
people
lot-
that are at work can't listen to you because
Yeah.
especially can't call in because they're at work. So I think this is great.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of people texting in, naming different cartoons. So, Terry, once again, thank
Yes.
you for calling in.
God bless you guys.
Terry, you take care, darling.
Okay, Scott, hope you don't get that tattoo on your butt. I don't want to see that. You said you were going to film it, so do us all a favor and change the spot.
I will. It's actually going to be on my back. It's going to be a tattoo.
Okay, just make sure you shave your back first.
I'm doing a tattoo of my front on my back. That way people don't know if I'm coming or going. All right?
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Love you guys. Bye. Bye.
Love you too.
Bye,
Bye.
Tammy. Bye.
All right. 954-210-5413 if you'd like to call in. All right.
We got Jonny Quest and Underdog.
Underdog
Yes.
made the list. Jonny Quest made the list. Underdog actually came in at number 16 and Jonny Quest at number 11.
I didn't like Jonny Quest.
I loved Jonny
I
Quest.
didn't
think it
care
was a
much for
little too
Jonny
serious.
Quest either.
Jonny Quest made me feel like an adult because it was like really good storylines.
It was too much.
Maybe I couldn't follow him.
And they had like the dun 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 dun, that kind of like,
It was a serious cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the James Bond kind of thing. It was Jonny Quest and the whole Quest family.
Yeah, it was one of the first. I lost it.
Now, one of the ones I used to love when I was a kid, and it came in at number 3, was Super Friends. Do you remember Super Friends?
Uh-huh.
Wonder Twins? Was that the Wonder Twins?
Yes, but that
Wonder
ruined
Twins
it.
Activate!
That ruined it. They had the Wonder Twins and a damn little monkey that used to run around.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason for a monkey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But because they had Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and then
Superdog.
Then the Wonder Twins. Superdog.
And
They had
one could
Crypto.
only-
Crypto, yeah.
Yeah.
Crypto
Couldn't
was on there
one
too.
only become forms of water?
One,
so
yeah.
form of bucket. Like,
Yeah, one became a bucket of water. The other one turned into a gorilla that would throw a bucket of water at you. I mean, it was.
Well,
No.
that's cartoons, right? It's like Scooby Sales. He's got a pie in his face.
Now you guys will be shocked, and Smurf, you probably don't even know this one. You'd be shocked at number 4 for the all-time. Hong Kong
Hong Kong
Phooey.
Phooey? Yes!
Really?
Hong Kong Phooey had a huge following, apparently.
I have seen Hong Kong Phooey, and I do enjoy it.
Anyway, we're spoiled now. Kids can watch.
Phooey.
We got Cartoon Network. We've got Nickelodeon. We've got what's that other kids channel?
Disney?
Oh, you said Nickelodeon.
Disney Channel. Yeah, Disney
Disney
Channel.
X.
Oh, there's
It's
Boomerang.
Disney X.
Boomerang. I mean, and then on demand. I mean, kids can watch cartoons day and night.
But they all suck.
Oh, Boomerang is great, but that's for 90s kids.
Yeah, and then they started watching things like Phineas and Ferb and which
Titans and
the what?
the
Teen Titans.
No.
Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Can I say something about the Teen Titans?
What?
Okay.
So when I was growing up, Teen Titans was a pretty serious show, kind of like Jonny Quest to you guys.
Yeah.
So I had trouble following it. And then as I grew older, I started to appreciate it because of the storyline and stuff. So maybe I'll give Jonny Quest another shot.
Ooh.
I don't even know if you could find old Jonny Quest shows.
Oh, you can
I will
find
find
anything.
You can find them on YouTube or something.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure.
can find anything.
after you watch us.
I used to watch Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse.
Oh, really?
That was a great cartoon.
Yeah. See, yes,
Yep, the frog.
yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched
He had a different gun for everything. Yeah. That
All
was-
right.
But Courageous Cat was the first one that came up with. Inspector Gadget used to have them. All these things come out of him, but
Yeah.
Courageous Cat had a different gun for everything. He says, "I'll use my rope gun, or I'll use my oil gun, or I'll use my."
He's Batman with a gun?
He had a car like Batman's car with
Wow.
a cat on the front.
Let me throw a few more shout outs out there. Lisa Marie is watching. Lisa Marie, hope you were doing well. Lynn Serrano, a friend of mine from Syracuse. Don't think she's in Syracuse anymore, but
Adam Ways.
Benita Battle is out there. Hi, Benita. Hello to everybody. And of
Tammy
course,
Doty.
and I got to say, I got to shout out. My mom is watching. My mom.
Your mom is watching.
My mom is
Nice
watching.
catch, Mama.
Andy.
She's saying, watch your frickin' language, you moron. No.
The
shit,
dinner
Mom.
table's
Yeah,
worse.
but Tammy Potts Daragon just joined in again.
Oh, where's she
right
been?
There, she's right there. She's right in front of us. Hi, sweetheart. Love you.
By the way, my mom sends out the Jetsons.
Yes.
George
Jetsons,
Jetson.
absolutely.
Da, da, da. George, what?
Did you ever
I thought
see?
that was in there.
Oh,
Did you ever see the Jetsons Flintstones special?
no.
Yes.
The Jetsons went back in time to the Flintstones, and then they brought them back to the future.
Wow.
It was a Flintstones Jetson because both Hanna-Barbera.
Well, they needed to bring them back to the future, and here's why. Because in the opening credits, when George Jetson is stuck on the treadmill and he's running, he didn't know how to handle that because everything in the future is like, I mean, it's like
Right.
all. So they had to get Fred Flintstone, who drives his car by doing his feet thing.
Yeah, right.
And when he bowls, he just rolls on his toes, right? So they needed to learn from him, so they brought him back to the future to teach George how to run on a treadmill because he's got caveman legs that are really strong. That's why they did it.
Did you see it?
No, I never saw it. I didn't know it existed.
Well, then that's why they did it. Of course, they cut that part and it was on the floor, but that would have been why they would have.
Yeah, absolutely. So, by the way, Jetsons comes in at number 5, Flintstones number 6. So the two of them are right up there in the top 10.
Yeah.
Let me throw a few more out there just so we can just get past this because I'm kind of done with this list. Pink Panther. Never liked it. Hated Pink Panther.
I love Pink Panther.
Pink Panther was okay.
Now, I think it's because once I saw Peter Sellers, I didn't want to watch a cartoon anymore.
Right, exactly.
Peter Sellers was, does your dog bite?
You have a license for that minky?
Yeah, minky. The phone. All right.
There's a bim in the pew.
All right.
Pink Panther was great.
I got my mom watching. I got my dad trying to call my phone. I'm on the air. Hello.
Yeah.
Pink Panther. Tom and Jerry. We didn't mention them yet.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry classic. They come in at number 8. Fat Albert's number 9. We talked about that. Woody Woodpecker's number 10. That's a classic.
That should have been moved up a little bit. That was pretty good, yeah.
How Woody Woodpecker never got a headache is beyond me.
Show.
Do you think they get headaches?
What?
Woodpeckers.
Woodpeckers.
You go bang your head against the wall.
Well, it's not really their head. I think they just, doing self-contained nose jobs.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It's not a dirty thing.
It could be.
It's not.
But it could be.
We're in South Florida. Nose job is like, a Tuesday.
Wow.
I got women in my neighborhood at so many facelifts when they sit down, their mouth opens, all right? I mean, come on. All right.
Smile, the leg goes up.
Jonny Quest, number 11. Yogi Bear, number 12.
Yogi Bear's 12, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Stealing my picnic basket.
And something nowadays, they're making real-life movies about these older cartoons. They got an Underdog, real-life character.
Yeah.
They got Yogi Bear. It was a real-life...
What's the movie that came out on Netflix with the robot? What the hell was that? It was based off a cartoon, though. Ooh, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Not Iron Giant.
No.
Don't know.
The kids. Oh, Lost in Space. Sorry.
Oh, Lost in Space. That wasn't a cartoon. That was a TV show.
I thought it was Jonny Quest for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just
No,
explaining.
Lost in Space was a TV show.
What about Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Not on there. And I don't think they had a regular show, did they?
Well, I think they were on during the week.
Yeah.
I don't think they were Saturday
We're not
morning.
Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. All right, other ones. Popeye.
Popeye was
I mean,
great.
that was horrible.
Popeye. I think Tammy, her favorite cartoon was Popeye.
By the way, you ever want to see Robin Williams' best work? Don't watch Popeye. It was horrible.
It was a horrible movie, but he was great.
Yes, but we're talking to somebody who likes Monty Python, too, so what do you expect? All right.
Well, listen.
Right, Tammy?
Of course, it was I mean, the songs were just horrible. There was this one song that Bluto sang. He goes, I'm mean. I'm really mean. I'm mean. I sat there with my mouth open saying, where did they get these guys to write songs for Popeye?
I don't know.
It was a low-budget film. They got him in the subway. John Tillman joined us.
John, hey.
John, send in your favorite cartoon. Okay, what else
All
we
right,
got?
I'll give you a couple more. Speed Buggy. Speed Buggy.
Was that the one?
No, that wasn't it. Speed Buggy.
That was Roadrunner.
Runner. Remember my curiosity last week? Or 2 weeks ago? Yeah, if the coyote can buy all that Acme stuff, why can't he go to Denny's and buy dinner? All right. Let's see. So we got Speed Buggy followed by Speed Racer.
That was on Saturday morning?
Speed Racer was on Saturday morning.
I thought that was a primetime...
No.
Oh.
They didn't do primetime cartoons back then. Then the
Well, the
damn
Flintstones
Simpsons
were
came
always
along
on.
and all bets were off, and people said, "Oh, this is good entertainment for adults."
Well, the Flintstones were prime time.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were on prime time. They were on prime time.
I'm
So
gonna have
first
to. I'm gonna have to
prime time-
Google that one.
Can you, Smurf?
What's up?
Can you check and see what the first primetime TV cartoon was?
All right.
All right, thank you. See, Smurf.
That's why she's a great producer.
That's right. Get those little blue fingers working over there. All right. So then we said Speed Bug, Speed Racer, Underdog. We mentioned Magilla Gorilla.
Oh, Magilla Gorilla.
I had that song in my head for so long.
I still have it in my head.
Magilla Gorilla for sale. Right?
How did it start? Magilla Gorilla for sale. He's
a gorilla that's for sale.
Oh man, now I can't think of
know.
it. It's great. Susan said the Flintstones were on Friday nights.
Yeah. That's considered the first prime time. Actually, I was
Wow.
going to have you guys guess, but
Okay.
to it.
Okay. Number 18, Wacky Races. Wacky Races. Penelope
love-
Pitstop.
yeah.
Penelope, yep.
Dick Dastardly.
Dick Dastardly, and who was the hero guy?
I must save now.
No, that was the Mountie.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Dudley Do Right.
Dudley Do Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have a T-shirt of most of these.
We got a guess of
These
Gumby.
cartoons.
Gumby was not on Saturday morning.
Yeah, it wasn't a cartoon either. It was
it was
clay.
stop motion
Yeah.
thing. All right, last two. Adam Ant. Don't
Adam
drink,
Ant.
don't smoke. What do? You don't drink. Not the same guy?
No, not the same guy. Adam Ant was ATOM.
ATOM.
Yeah, it was Adam
Yeah.
Ant. Atom,
Atom.
not Adam. ADAM. That's
What's the
I
difference?
got
Make those-
confused.
What's the difference? I'm still hearing
well,
the same
Adam. Atom amp is O.
Adam
is
amp?
A-
Adam amp?
Stop it. Is ATOM as in Adam?
Adam.
You know, yeah.
thing. Oh, Adam.
Yeah. Now Adam
Oh, Adam.
is ADAM.
Okay, I got
So
you.
if you were talking like your dad, you would say Atom.
Oh, my dad does not talk like that.
Son,
Stop it.
father.
This is the perverted, twisted Monty Python humor, they think. Father.
Life of Brian was on this morning, and he didn't watch it.
That's right. I'm very proud of that fact.
Everything that we said about Monty Python, he still didn't give him a try.
I watched something so much funnier than that.
What'd you watch?
The morning news. All right, so
No,
Yeah,
that's
nowadays.
pretty much a joke, too.
okay, number 20 for the Saturday morning all-time cartoons, Schoolhouse Rock.
Number
Yes.
Number 20.
two? Oh, 20.
Number 20.
Yeah,
That's it.
Schoolhouse Rock was cool.
It was-
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65.
Really? It's like, do you even know that we have a show going on? You just
No,
started
I
singing.
just decided to
That's
start
why.
counting.
That's why it was number 20.
I love
Now,
it.
what was the thing that used to teach people stuff? Wasn't it the Schoolhouse Rock?
Electric
Yes,
Company.
that's what I
I'm
was
just
just
a
doing.
bill.
Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting
here on Capitol Hill. Remember how a bill
wasn't it-
became a law? It was a whole thing.
Wasn't it the Magic Bus or
Magic School Bus.
Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
No, that's what you rode.
Okay. That was the one with Miss Frizzle, and they would
Miss Frizzle.
she would kidnap the children and take them on adventures.
Who played Miss Miss Frizzle?
Smurf rode the Magic School Bus and wore a hockey helmet, even though she didn't play sports.
Oh, okay.
Who played Miss
Well, it was-
Fizzle?
Miss Fizzle.
Who played Miss Fizzle on Magic School Bus?
Frizzle,
Miss
and I don't know.
Frizzle. Lily Tomlin.
Get out of here.
Yep, Lily Tomlin.
Well, you know what? A lot of great people started with that stuff. Morgan Freeman. Not a lot of people remember.
Electric Company.
He was on Electric Company.
He was Easy Reader.
Yes. Shh. It. Shit. He did this whole thing. No, that wasn't. It wasn't one of the words they did. But yeah, I mean, he was really. He was
cool too.
He was-
man.
oh.
He was great. Morgan
He was always
Freeman
wearing
was
like
great.
the what do you call it, dashiki shirt, and
Yep.
he had the big afro, and he was always like really kind of like groovy, man.
An Easy
and everything.
Reader. He was like, "What's happening, baby?"
And he's turned into one of my favorite all-time actors ever. I mean,
one of
I've
the
never
best.
seen him in a role where I'm not like just drawn into it.
Yep. Second black actor to win an Academy Award.
Who was the first?
Sidney Poitier.
There you go. Didn't Denzel get one?
Denzel got one, yeah, but it was after.
So what did Morgan get one for? Do you remember?
Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really, he beat Denzel to the Academy.
Yeah,
Wow.
he sure did.
Well, he was.
Denzel's got more than Morgan. Denzel has 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
He's,
Denzel's great. They should make a cartoon about him.
Oh boy.
you know, one of the problems I'm having now is I'm getting older. Okay.
No.
Pretty much everybody's
Oh
problem.
my God.
End of statement.
Quinn.
There's nothing else.
John Quinn is on. Hey,
Oh,
John
okay.
Quinn. Great keyboard.
Hey, Therese.
so
Therese
that
just
is
joined us, and her brother Tom joined us. Hey, Tom.
Jared Jacobs.
All right.
There's a bunch of people on today.
Excellent.
But that is a problem. Getting old.
I'm getting older, so stop touching me. Remember the restraining order?
Does somebody have to come in here with me?
Where's that gorilla with the bucket of water? The actors that I like are now old actors. And there's all these young actors out there that are doing these roles, and I don't know who they are. And people talk, you know what I mean? They're the hot new actors.
Yeah.
But to me, I still see like Brad Pitt as being young,
Right,
And I
right,
still
right.
see like
Tom Cruise is dancing to
yeah.
Seeger. Yeah.
Is he still short?
No, as a matter of fact, he's 6'8" now. He's
Oh, okay, good.
actors, they can do everything, you know. They can
I mean,
afford
I
it.
still when I see Tom Hanks, I still think of Bosom Buddies at the beginning of his career, and I still
Right,
think of. So now they got these new people coming out, and these you know, Idris Elba guys, people. I mean, I don't even know their names. I mean, you
Right.
know, like the guy who played Black
Freddie
Panther.
Mercury. Oh yeah, the guy who played.
I don't know his name. I've seen him in things, but you know, it's like that for music now too. You know, it's like we'll be listening to
Yeah.
something in the house, and Teresa or Tara will tell me, "Oh, that's this person," and I'm like, "Well, I never heard of them." You know, but apparently they're big. But I just don't know anymore.
Yeah, you know what's an example of that is the TV guides. Remember, you used to get a TV guide every week.
Yeah, do they still have that?
They still have TV guides. You can get them at Publix. But if you go to the back, remember the
Yeah.
TV guide crossword puzzle? Mm-hmm. I used to zip through those.
Yeah,
Now, I couldn't even come close to
Yeah.
filling it out.
Now he has to Google it.
yeah. I'm just. I never thought I would reach the point of being one of those guys who was no longer. I'm going to say the
Hip?
word hip, which
Hip?
actually makes
Yeah, I
me
knew
old
that was
anyway.
Yep.
It's no longer like in touch with things, and I even DJ. But you know what I do now is I give them a piece of paper and I say, write down your request. Because first of all, the music's going, and I'm much deafer than I used to be. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
And I'm much so I can't. And then they give me these names, and it's like it's Lil Nas, it's this, it's that, it's Childish Gambino, which apparently is like a singer rapper guy.
Childish Gambino?
Childish Gambino. See.
So weird.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry, but I spent a lot of time in Philly. You came across somebody named Gambino. You said yes sir, no sir, and moved on. I don't know what this Childish Gambino is, but, they got all these things, and I don't know them, and it's like it's kind of sad,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, best new artist, I'm waiting for Three Dog Night to come up. It's like,
yeah,
it doesn't,
right. The Grammys, I know nothing about. When they have the Grammys or the VMA awards, I don't know anybody that's there.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have somebody come up that I know of, but I can't even think of
Can't
any
even
right
name
now.
one.
And it's the same people every year, that get the awards.
Yeah.
Same people every year.
And they got like Nicki Minaj, and I listen to her voice, and I'm like, it's not pleasant. It's nasally.
Have you guys heard Billie Eilish?
Yeah, that's creepy.
Oh, she's so good.
No, I'm a bad guy. I mean, what is that?
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's creepy.
Dead on.
We listen. It's like Halloween at the house when she comes on.
I'm stuck in the 80s.
Yeah.
I haven't moved from there. Even when I do my solo stuff, I do 60s, 70s, 80s. I rarely do a 90s. Every once in a while, I'll throw in something from Train, which is in the 21st century, but I just stay away from it.
And it used to be like used to love the TV Guide. I mean, whatever happened, I'll have to look because I've never seen them. If they got them in public, but who would even do that anymore? I mean, I've got this remote control. I say, show me the movie about the guy with the thing at the place, and it gives me options.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
That must be a lot of options.
It's a lot of options. The guy with the thing at the place. Yeah, yeah.
That would be a lot of options.
Yeah.
But nowadays, there are so many channels. If you get a TV Guide, it'll look like an encyclopedia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was back. TV Guide was popular when there was 4 channels,
networks, like you were talking about, right?
And then Fox came along. Fox was that the one that got added? Yeah, Fox was the first one.
Fox was first,
and everybody's like, "Oh my goodness!"
Was
the
HBO
choices
was HBO before Fox?
I think so, maybe.
Do you guys remember before the Internet Movie Database, IMDb.com, having to buy the giant book of all the movies from the 90s?
Yes.
My dad still has one from 96.
I believe my dad still has one of those. It was a book of movies. And so if you wanted to look up and do trivia, you'd had this book.
And figure out who the actor was.
Yeah.
You'd have to see who
the
star was. And
Times have changed.
For those of you out there who don't know what we're talking about, a book is something made with paper with words on it, okay?
Yeah, sometimes a book came with an album. An album is a big... Oh, they have albums now, don't they?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I actually
went into a Barnes and Noble, saw a kid standing there holding a book saying, "Show me page 38," and nothing happened. He didn't. Poor bastards. It's like a dying breed. They still got the Barnes and Nobles out there, which I'd love to go into because they always got they attract people now. They put a Starbucks in the middle of it.
Yeah,
because Starbucks is like crack for people who like books. I mean,
right.
And people come into the store, but walking around there, it's like watching these people, a dying breed.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still have the Kindle, and it's like you don't even need a Kindle anymore. What do you need a Kindle for? Your Kindle is the electronic book thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You could download anything on my phone. Can do anything.
I have audiobooks. I just listen to audiobooks. I travel so much.
That used to be the big thing. Audiobooks on cassette tapes.
Do you?
I still have some of those
cassette tapes.
Yeah, cassette tapes with audio with books.
I've got VHS tapes.
Yeah,
with no VHS player.
Yeah, right.
They just look good on the shelf.
Do you remember the radio show it was Star Wars, but it was like a radio drama of Star Wars?
I have that.
I listened to that every night as a child.
I have that, yeah. I actually have
You still have
it's a
them?
box set of cassette tapes of the Star Wars movies.
God bless
A New
you.
Hope.
That's so cool.
I still have that. I do believe I still have that.
I used to have an 8-track of William Shatner reading Rocket Man. And I think it's going to be a long, long time. It was just like this, and he did this whole William Shatner thing. It was just, it was horrible.
Lucy in Disguise.
Lucy in
Disguise.
Lucy in Disguise.
Well, Judy in Disguise is I'm thinking. Lucy in Disguise.
Yeah.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river.
I was going to wait for it. It's coming.
With tangerine trees and marmalade skies.
You always sound so forced.
Sandy Falkenberry joined us. Grant Witt, Sharon Gossett. So many people. So nice to see you guys. Guess what? We've come to the end of the show, which means
Scott's Curiosities.
And we're going to do something different. Today is Scott's. What is the echo?
What? Oh, that's my mic.
Scott's
Sorry.
Food Curiosities.
Did you see the last show, what Smurf did?
No.
Right before Scott's Curiosities? It was great. Smurf, if I had a hat, I'd take it off to you. Look at Tammy's reading with her mouth moving. She's being quiet and she's reading with her mouth open.
Yeah, it's good
You know how people move their mouths when they read? Do people who read Braille do that too? I'm just asking. I don't know.
That's a curiosity.
That's a curiosity. Spur of the moment, not on my list.
So I'm glad that you watched the shows to see the cool sound effect I made for Scott's Curiosities.
I thought it was great. You even put
that, Scott.
Yeah, you even put a thing on the screen. It was good. It was very good.
I tried watching the show.
You can't watch our shows.
It confused me because I was there, but I was here. And I didn't know. It really messed me up.
We did a whole thing on here. And
I haven't had a feeling like that since back in the day when I did acid. You know what I'm saying? Is it me or is it not me? All right.
That's you're reaching for stuff. Reaching.
Scott's Food Curiosities. Okay. I just realized something. Do you realize that every food either is or isn't ice cream? I mean, think about that. That blows your mind. Every food either is or isn't ice cream. We could just categorize everything that way.
Every drink either is or isn't water.
Yes. It's just a much easier way for me to categorize foods.
I feel like that was a cop-out on Scott's Curiosities.
That is...
It's a thought.
That is... Oh, I did mention John Quinn is
yes.
on, right?
Yeah.
John Quinn. Hi, John. Glad you're here.
All right, John.
Thank you for joining us. Great. One of the best keyboard players.
Have you ever thought about the fact that we eat pizza from the inside out?
Oh, that's great.
That's a great one.
I mean, think about it.
He came back.
Thank you.
Last
This
one,
recovery. Right? And it isn't ice cream. No. No, we eat pizza from the inside out. We don't think about that. I do.
That's pretty funny. That's great.
A burrito is a sleeping bag for ground beef.
There we go. He's coming back.
These are getting better and better. Folks, pretty soon there's going to be a book. I'm telling you.
Yes.
There's going to be a book on LOL shop. LOL.shop.
It's going to be one of those monthly calendar things where you peel the date and it's a new curiosity.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Great.
If you have not visited liveoutloudshop.com, liveoutloudshop.com, please go there. We just added a whole bunch of new merchandise. We donate the money, a great portion of the money, to helping people find recovery. We got all sorts of T-shirts, cups, and we even have LOL socks now. So please go on liveoutloudshop.com and order some merchandise.
Yeah.
And I lowered the prices too. So,
but we should do that. One of these days we're going to get all these curiosities from every show.
We're going to put them on a T-shirt. We're going to make a curiosity T-shirt.
It's going to be a night outfit. There's going to be a...
It's going to be
put it all over this shirt. It's going to be a total nightie that covers from top to bottom.
Okay. Do you realize...
is a sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag for ground beef. That's what it is.
That got him.
All right. Do you realize how many people died figuring out what fruit is edible and which ones aren't? Have you ever thought about that? I did. I thought about it. No, somebody. They had to send somebody. Did they draw straws and say, your turn to taste this?
Who looked at a pineapple and said, I'm going to cut that open?
Yeah.
And eat it.
Does anything look more deadly than a pineapple or a dragon fruit?
Oh, I don't know what a dragon fruit looks like.
Wow. Go to Whole Foods once in a while, will you?
Yeah.
Get out of McDonald's. All right. Rice is a great food for somebody who wants 2,000 of something. I'm really hungry. I want 2,000 of something. Have rice. Right?
Very good.
That works.
This is basically you thought of all these going through the supermarket?
I've spent a lot of time in supermarkets because that's where the free samples are and I don't have to cook.
So there's actually a category for these curiosities.
This is the food curiosities. This is my food. Today is all food.
Oh, good.
Today's all food. Breakfast can never be skipped. When you think about that, people who skip breakfast, you know why?
It's the first meal
It's the first meal of the day. Breakfast can be delayed, but you cannot skip it. The only meal that you can truly skip is the last meal of the day. Because when a new day starts, then you're facing breakfast again.
But you still had a last meal of the day.
Right. So I guess you have to wait till the end of the day to determine whether you had breakfast, lunch, and dinner or just breakfast and lunch.
Or just breakfast and dinner.
You can't have breakfast and dinner because if you eat dinner after breakfast, that's lunch.
But if around lunchtime is your last meal, then that has to be your dinner.
Well, it depends on which way you look at it, I guess. If you're looking at it from the beginning of the day, you got breakfast, lunch. If you look at it from the end of the day, you've got lunch and dinner, or breakfast and dinner.
Breakfast and dinner, right?
Yeah. But you cannot skip breakfast. That's the point I was trying to make before we got off on this existential conversation.
Okay, well, you can't skip breakfast and you can't miss dinner.
That's right.
Well, Karen
Unless
said
you
that-
only eat breakfast.
What if you only eat one meal? Then it counts as breakfast and dinner all at once. You got Brenner.
I was going to say Breckner.
So Karen said that they, when she was growing up, they also had supper after dinner.
Yeah, supper
that's
was
a
a
new
whole
one.
different thing. Did you? Was it dinner or supper in your house?
It was takeout.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's whatever came to the door.
I can't remember if we called it dinner or supper, but I do remember calling it sit your ass down and eat.
Oh,
So that was, I remember that. Okay. Why do we call it corn on the cob? If it comes on the cob, why don't we just call it corn? And then when we take it off, call it corn off the cob. I mean, think about it.
much for
That
the
doesn't make
cans.
any sense.
Come on,
That's
folks,
like
these are
if you
brilliant,
have a
are
piece
they
of
not?
steak, do you call it meat on the bone? No, it's just meat. But then if you take it away, it's boneless meat.
well, you eat pea pods.
You don't say chicken boned, you say chicken. And then if you take it out the bone, you say boneless chicken. But corn on the cob, it gives it a designation. It comes on the cob. You don't have to say on the cob. It is corn. It's on the cob. Take it off the cob, call it corn off the cob. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Does that
agree
make
with
sense?
It totally makes sense, and
All
I
right.
agree. And I do agree with that.
Okay. Let's go back to breakfast for
Notice
a moment.
how very serious he gets before each one of these curiosities.
Let's go back because this is serious shit.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Let's go back to breakfast for a minute.
back to breakfast.
A person can eat, every morning they could have a cup of coffee and a bowl of cereal for breakfast, or a cup of coffee and a piece of toast, and it's the same thing every day. But if you give them the same dinner every day, they flip out. Why is breakfast it's acceptable to have the same breakfast every day, but that's the only meal that's acceptable to do that? Why?
I think it depends on the person himself, because there are people that do have different breakfasts, and I think those are the same people
not
that
many.
have a problem.
Those are the people I meet at Barnes & Noble. They're a dying breed. There's not many. No, I mean, what do you do for breakfast? Every day do you have the same thing?
Well, it depends on when I'm eating breakfast.
Because you were about to say you don't eat breakfast, weren't you? Yes,
Later.
but you, au
I was
contraire,
gonna
mon
say
frere.
that.
Yes, you do. Okay. All right. Soup.
Oh boy.
What?
I already know that this is going to end in some weird
First of all, you do realize that alphabet
about
soup for somebody who's illiterate is just noodle soup. I'm just, it doesn't mean anything to them.
But for someone who's not illiterate, think of the words that they come up with, like
Now, if alphabet soup was made in China, does it have to be made into those little Chinese characters?
Oh, Lord.
I don't know if they do that. They might.
Now,
I wouldn't know.
Entirely
What if it was
possible.
made in early Egyptian? Wouldn't it be great if Campbell's came out with certain
Hieroglyphic soup.
hieroglyphic soup? Alphabet soup from the early years of Egyptians, and alphabet soup in Chinese, and alphabet soup in like French would be pretty much the same as English.
Yeah.
Right.
Only
Yeah.
with like the little umlaut thingies. Oh, wait. That's
Well, let's go back to it. Braille alphabet soup. You know what they call that? Lentils. Because it's just little bumps.
You just feel
Oh,
right.
my God.
What? Is that wrong?
Yeah, a little.
No, that's pretty funny.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
then you also have alphabets.
Well, let's be
Cereal,
honest
alphabet
anyway.
cereal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's be honest anyway. I mean, food is simply, or soup is simply food-flavored tea. When you think about it, that's what soup is. It's food-flavored tea. So it doesn't matter what you
Ew.
put in it.
Now I don't want
If you
it.
think about it.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. By the way, if you're a vegetarian, if you eat animal crackers, are you cheating? All right, never mind. All right.
They just die a little inside.
Let's move on to dessert.
Oh, before we do, can I just say,
Please.
Vinny Barone joined us, and Vinny,
Oh.
I hope you are feeling much, much better. Nice to see you that you joined us, but I want to make sure that you're feeling good and
What's his name?
Vinny was sick for a little while. Vincent Barone.
That sounds like a good mob name.
Yeah.
By the way, all Italians are not Italian. Not every Italian's in the mob. They all work for the mob, but they're not all in it. Okay, just so you.
I was waiting for that.
No, Vinny. All right. Sorry, you're not feeling well, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. A brownie is the espresso of cake.
Because it's small and bite-sized.
Because it's small and dense and full of,
I don't know if you guys could see the expression on his face when he said that. 'Cause
I was excited about that.
Very excited about
I love espresso.
Okay, the
All right.
espresso.
I need more.
Okay.
Toasters are tanning beds for bread.
Oh my God, I just watched a video about that.
I actually put the little goggles on my bread before I send it down into the toaster because I don't want it to get hurt, you know? Oh, okay. Beef jerky is simply meat raisins.
These are brilliant. These are just great.
And the last one. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Applesauce is just a good excuse for adults to eat baby food.
Wait, say that again?
Applesauce is just a good excuse for adults to eat baby food. Because I know adults who love baby food.
That's very
and
good.
And applesauce just gives them the excuse.
That's very good.
Those are my food curiosities for today. If you guys have some ideas about curiosities or you have your own, we want to, go to our Facebook page, Live Out Loud Podcast, Facebook, and put in your own curiosities, and we will feature curiosities from fans.
Or call us.
Or call us.
On our next podcast and say them.
Yeah. And if you're watching this back on YouTube or Spotify or what are the other ones? Smurf, give us some ideas here.
We are on Stitcher. We are on iHeartRadio. We are anywhere that you can possibly think of. iTunes, Google Play, any of it. Well, it's now called Google Podcasts, but any of it, we're there. Just
Live Out
Google us
Loud
and you will find
Podcast,
us.
folks. It's funny.
We're not anywhere you could think of. Are we in the as seen on TV aisle in Walmart? Are we in there?
I am working on that currently.
She's working on it.
My
We have a
favorite place,
placeholder.
my favorite thing, as seen on TV, which basically should just say stupid shit. As seen on
Now,
TV.
you have a Vegematic, so relax.
It's a Veginator.
You have one, and that was as seen on TV, so chill.
I'll be soup.
All right, what do you got?
I just got to say this. John Quinn, I was saying how John Quinn had joined us, great keyboard player. The man is a master at keyboards, can figure out how to get a sound out of a keyboard, but he keeps coming on. He's saying John Quinn joined, so he can manage all these wonderful keyboards, but
Except
he
for
can't get
the
his
computer
phone working.
keyboard. He can't use a computer keyboard or the phone keyboard. Yeah, I know. That whole QWERTY thing just messes them up.
Come on, John.
And by the way, I can get sound out of a keyboard, too. There's all those keys. Press one, make sound. Now, I can't make a good sound, but I can make a sound. John, is he playing one of the local bands?
Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, what a great band they are.
Great band.
You guys want to go out and have some fun. I mean, obviously you want to go out and see Gary and his guys, but Mr. Nice Guy, they're a local band, but they are absolutely fantastic. A lot of good rock and roll music, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good time, old time rock and roll. It's and they do it so well. They really do. Really, really good.
All right. Well, listen, we have run the whole gambit of time here on this Saturday, and I'm glad we had a chance to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live Out Loud Podcast, folks. Please, again, join us on Facebook. Share us with your friends. We're going to be back here next Saturday at 11. Are you free?
I am free.
Smurf, we good for next Saturday at
I am
11?
here.
Yep.
All right. Any closing thoughts, Gary, before we go?
Well, just in case I don't get it in, just be nice to people. Okay?
We always let you get that in. Now you can't say that. Well, you got to come up with something else.
That's the cue for me to play the music. Now we got to end the show now.
No.
Wait. You after I do my thing, you're going to have to come up with another line. You got about 7 seconds to decide what it's going to be.
Okay, but
no pressure.
What I would like to say is, if you have an addiction, give us a call. Let's get that problem taken care of and swept underneath the rug.
That's right.
It's time to change.
If you have an addiction or somebody you know has a problem, call our addiction specialist, our good friend, Karen, at 786-514-0893. With that, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. For now, I'm Scott.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we coming back on Saturdays now?
Yeah.
Okay, Saturdays.
Didn't we just talk about that?
Oh, my God,
Oh,
Gary.
we are? Oh, okay.
Remember that thing I said about getting older? This is another one of those things.
I'm getting older.
By the way, Gary, we just sat down. We're starting the show right now.
Oh, are we? Which show is this?
All right. Anyway, let's start that again. Let's end that again.
Okay.
It's the end.
All right, right.
It's the end. So I've got to go have my first meal of the day. Lunch.
Breakfast. Okay.
Breakfast. All right. Thanks again for joining us on this Saturday Live Out Loud podcast. For now, I'm Scott.
Hey, do they know that we're going to be on Saturdays?
Oh my God, no.
Wait, I need more.
I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we got Smurf over there. We want to thank you for joining us. You all take care. Have a great day.
Be happy.
And cue the music.
Be happy.